Good evening, everyone. If you have a question, raise your hand. We have the translation system in place. We'll kick off with this gentleman here in the glasses. With a mic, thank you.
Hi, Mikel. Congratulations on that win. How do you keep your players, how do you keep them on the ground after such a fantastic win with a real sense that the momentum is building?
Well, first of all, I have to praise our players because I think they had an incredible match against, in my opinion, the best team in Europe. And individually, we were immense to resolve all the challenges that these teams brings to the table. And after, yes, they know how hard we work to prepare for every single game. We know that the margins are super small. We started the week really well against the Spurs, winning here at home. Today is another massive victory, but that's it. Now go to home, have a nice dinner, and tomorrow morning we start to prepare Stamford Bridge.
John from the Mirror.
Mikel, if you describe Bayern as the best team in Europe, where does that second half performance from you and the way you dominated that game leave you? And do you really feel as if, having built momentum and gone closer in this competition, you can go a lot further and really win it this year, be serious contenders?
Well, we certainly been very, very consistent in the competition so far, but it's just the beginning. We are so pleased with what we've seen today. Again, the energy that we created in the stadium, what the team transmit, the energy that we bring, the quality that we play with, it's incredible, and we have to maintain that because it's still very early, and unfortunately every 3 days you have to do it, and that's the beauty of it as well.
Alex from BBC on this one.
Hi, Mikel. You speak about progression all the time and big moments in competition. Does that feel like a big moment, first time beating Bayern Munich in the Champions League since 2015?
Well, they're a top side. I think they haven't lost in 20 or 21 games, no? And you see the record. So you know the difficulty of that. So we managed to do that in one game. That's great, and that shows as well the capacity that we have. And I'm very pleased as well with some of the players that they've been given the opportunity today with all the injuries that we have. The ones that they started, the ones that they came as well to finish the game. The impact was immense, and that's what we need. Everybody connected at that level.
Hi, Mikel. How enjoyable is it as a manager when you look at the bench and you can see Noni, Gabi, Martin, and you can just change the game with that kind of depth and that kind of strength? Obviously, it's something still quite new.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm very happy. When I was looking at the bench of Bayern, the same. I look at the players that they are coming in and they can change the game. So that's what you require at this level. We certainly have improved that, not only with the quality, but as well with the mindset of the players coming in. And that's something that is making a huge difference for us.
James from CBS on this.
Mikel, sort of two questions in one. Can I just check on Leo's status and what that injury was? And looking ahead to Chelsea, how on earth do you just pick 11 players when you have so many playing well?
With Leo, we don't know. He said he felt something. We didn't want to take any risk, obviously. And for the second one, because we know. And you just have to watch the game that they played against Barcelona yesterday to understand how difficult and tough and what a good team Chelsea are. So we know tomorrow we start to prepare and we go from there.
Tom Cook, London.
Hi, Mikel. Noni Madueke let out an almighty roar when he scored. It felt like relief to get that first goal, especially after his injury. How pleased are you to see him get that first one on the sheet?
Very happy. He's worked incredibly hard to come back. I think he was in a great moment before he got the injury. He's one of the players that he was performing at the highest level. And now we got him back. He played on the left, he played on the right. He gave us something as a different edge in that front line. And very pleased to see him. And hopefully many more to come.
Darmesh from Sky.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
You've gone 3 points clear at the top of the Champions League table now because of Inter's defeat. Is there a big aim to try and qualify as quickly as possible because of the number of fixtures that you've got on what's going to be 4 different competitions?
Yeah, obviously. In any competition, the quicker that you can wrap it up, the better. But we know the difficulty of that. We still have very, very difficult games ahead of us, but we are in a really positive position at the moment.
Hi, Mikel. How did you think Mascara played, and how did you make that decision between obviously Mascara and Nkapia? Because he obviously played well recently too.
I think he was really good. With Piero as well. We need to understand where he's coming from. He came from Ecuador after playing 2 90s, big trouble. Played the derby, the first start that he had in the Premier League, and he finished the game very, very tired, and yeah, that's a good thing that we have Mosque can play in different positions. He was superb, I think, both together with Willie.
James, ESPN.
Hi, Mikel. I mean, just given the injuries you've had this season, I mean, generally, are you ahead of where you thought you'd be, and how much more is there to come from this group?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, we didn't predict to have that many important players out, but the good thing is the way the team reacts constantly, and players have to adapt to different positions. I think, for example, what Mikel is doing today, I think it's incredible. As a nice, so big compliment to all of them, because they are so willing to play, so willing to bring joy to this club and to win football matches. That's what we have to carry on.
Okay, last two gentlemen here in the cap.
Hi, Mikel. Two years ago, you lost a very tight one in the quarter-finals. So what would you say is the difference between the team now and the team 2 years ago? What are the improvements?
We are different. They are different as well. It was a different stage in the competition. There are very thin margins there in that tie as well, and the way we went out. But that's part of the past. Hopefully, we learn. We are better, and we're going to have to show that.
And finally, down to Jimmy.
Hi, Mikel. I just wonder about Calafiori, the instructions that you gave him coming on the field. Because within a minute, 2 incisive runs. That second run, a really wicked ball in between the keepers, 6-yard box. Very hard to defend against. That second goal was all about Calafiori today.
That's exactly what I told him. Get the ball, go to the flank, cross the ball between the centre back, the keeper, and score a goal. I like it because he has such an attitude and aura, and he comes in to make things happen, and he's always so positive the way he plays. So great that players come with that mindset.
Okay, guys. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ja, guten Abend, herzlich willkommen zur abschließenden Pressekonferenz mit unserem Cheftrainer Vincent Kompany. Wir halten es auf Deutsch jetzt, aber wird natürlich alles übersetzt, wie Sie das gewohnt sind. Und fangen wir auch schnell an, weil die Zeit ist schon vorangeschritten. Bitte schön, die erste Frage signalisiert mit Handzeichen, dann kommt das Mikrofon. Yes. In English, okay. Waiting for the first question. Who wants to start? Okay. English, please. English.
Vincent, just get your reaction to an unusual defeat for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, first of all, I have to congratulate the opponent, Arsenal, and I think in the end a deserved win for them. The first half felt like we were. It felt to me like we could edge it. The first half, you can't keep a team like Arsenal without threat for an entire game, but I felt that we had many. I think we had many reasons to go back in a half time and think, okay, if we come out second half and we improve a few things, we can edge it and we can bring it home. But it didn't happen, and they came out with I think more purpose, more sharpness on the simple things in the game. You know, of course, they've got always the set plays to shift momentum. They use it also very well to control the momentum of a game. But at the same time, in the things we did better in the first half, we just allowed them to gain control of too many phases of play.
You mentioned the set plays. Can I ask, how difficult is it to prepare against a side that are just so consistently impressive in that particular aspect of the game?
Yeah, I'd like to think that I want to balance it on purpose. What I want to say is, I'll give an example. I don't know how many goals we've scored, 50, 60 since the start of August. As difficult as it is to prepare to defend against us, it's how difficult it is to prepare to defend set pieces against them. That's they've got every other aspect of the game as well. But that's something that they master more than anybody else. But you don't go into this game thinking, okay, you know what, this is their game, and let's try and defend what they've got. Let's just try and defend what they've got to bring. You want to bring what you can bring, and I think we were able to do that in the first half, which is why I was like, okay, it balances each other out. But we weren't able to balance it out anymore in the second half. It was too much resistance rather than trying to, hurt them.
Next one.
Hi, Vincent. I just want to talk about the goal you scored in the first half. It was a wonderful team goal. Arsenal have conceded very little goals so far this season, but the pass from Joshua Kimmich was Toni Kroos-esque. That pass took out the entire Arsenal defence and left Karl with a situation with a tap in. In terms of that, you must be over the moon in terms of that team goal that was scored by you tonight.
Yeah, but it disappears in the context of the game. You lose a game, so it. I think it will. I think it matters for us that the first half was sort of a good first half away from home against a team like Arsenal, and then obviously that goal sort of shows what we are capable of doing. But I think this game will matter and this game will count if we acknowledge what we need to improve and use it to build from that. So I want to make this game count. I want to make sure that by the time hopefully we can compete in March and April still in many competitions, that this game is a game where you look back and say that's why we're able to do it now, But yeah, granted, for the first half and the way this goal was scored, this was a promising moment.
Back to the other side, yeah.
Hi, Vincent.
Hi there.
Mikel Arteta a few minutes ago just said that they've just beaten the best team in Europe in Bayern Munich. How would you describe Arsenal?
I think Mikel won't mind if I say that, because we had this discussion when we played PSG last 3 or 4 weeks. It was mentioned in the same way. I don't think any of us want to be the best team in November. So we're trying to, like I say, use everything now to build our season towards being there in the important moments. Their momentum continues, but for us it's something where, okay, we get to show how we react now, and we get to show how this one will make us improve. The answers will come, but not everything within the minute now.
And the last one on this side.
Just back on the set pieces. I might be wrong, but it seemed like you were talking to the fourth official a lot while they were being taken. Were you unhappy with something that Arsenal were doing or the officiating?
No. I think it's not this. It's. I think I draw it as well a lot from obviously having played at this level, and you just have to have the best performance ever from the officials. And then if it goes your way, if it goes your way, it goes your way. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's important to sort of be alive to sort of a deflection that seems to go off one of your players, but actually doesn't come off one of your players. If you can see the throw-in, it matters, because that throw-in is going towards a corner. Flacco is going in the box. If you can see the corner, it matters. If the last player to touch it wasn't your player. And I know that in a chaos of these moments, it's easy to say like it's a small mistake. So the only thing I do, which is it's not directed necessarily at the officials, is just make sure that everyone understands that we are alive to this. We it's not just a little mistake. It's something that, if you don't get it right, will affect the momentum of the game. But if you get it right, and in that case it benefits us, then it's an incredible shift to the situation now. Defending a wide free kick or a corner or a throw in, it's a total different thing. Then you get the ball and you can work your way up the pitch. So that's it. It's nothing directed at the Arsenal players. I think they do what they have to do. The Arsenal bench is very alive as well. I think they do what they have to do. But you can't just go and sit back and then let it happen, right? If something happens, you have to be there as well, and that's all we try and do. Just make sure that we're not letting the game just slip away without fighting for the little things that could go our way.
Do you feel the officials made too many mistakes there?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just explaining sort of having played the game. If I was on a pitch as a captain, you'd see me, try and affect all of these. You've seen all the captains in the Premier League over the years, and you've seen how much you can weigh in on these moments. But if you don't and you're passive, one thing's for sure, even if it's 10, 15, 20%, you will concede ground, and you can't afford to in these games. Yeah. But the main thing is I hope I'm trying to stay respectful. So if after a game I haven't been, I wouldn't be proud of myself. I try to, but it's football, it's emotions. I try better next time.
What's going on? Thank you, Vinny. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.